All right. So for the eyes, his eyes were seemed like a little bit of a greenish color. So I kind of went with something like that. I mean, you can change the color of the eyes. I mean, it's up to you. Um, so, but we can see right here. Maybe there's the highlight. Want to keep that. It worked right here, but it didn't work right there. So we can use the blob brush for that. We're still making sure that we're on this layer right here. Um, can maybe add a little darker shade of green, maybe around the outline, maybe around the middle. And then we also noticed that um, the pupils are are no longer black. So what we can do right there, maybe that could be our first step, is we can click on our eyedropper tool, click in the black area, and then hit K or click on the live paint tool, and we can see that we can just kind of fill that in really quick, as quick as the program will let you, or the computer. Um, and then uh, from here, um, we can grab our blob brush tool, and then I'll try the outline first. Um, I don't know. We could try. You can always tweak the colors again. Maybe zoom in pretty close. Uh, Maybe for this, we change the make sure the fidelity is at 2, so it can kind of help smoothen that out for us. At least for the outer part. So now we kind of have somewhat of a, like little outline, maybe adding a little bit of depth to that. Do the same thing around the pupil. Um, we could add, make sure it's at the lowest. We could even try going, see if that adjusts it. I think it does. So if we could click on this stroke right here, we go to like 0.25, which is even lower. Smaller, we can add kind of some of these little lines kind of go along with the eye. Maybe from the inner part out. Can maybe try maybe a little bit from the outer in, maybe smaller ones or something like that. And then maybe if we kind of zoom back out, we can kind of just get an idea what it looks like. Maybe not too bad. Maybe it doesn't work. You. Um, and then maybe for like the glare, we would want maybe just like a very light yellowish color. So we got our yellow at 100. Maybe we change it to like 10, so it's almost white. Actually, help if we Make sure you're in the stroke. Change that to yellow. Maybe try like 10 or something like that. All right, let's see. Let's make it a little bit bigger. So it is. So maybe it's too close to white. Maybe try 20. Maybe that's a little bit better. And then you would just kind of do that same process maybe on the other eye. Maybe you could try even a little bit of more of a value shift. That maybe try 40. Maybe make a smaller stroke. Maybe just kind of add some little hints of value shifts within that highlight. And I mean, it'll probably be pretty subtle, but and then the other thing would be maybe going to our swatches, maybe try skin tone, try to find a real light one and see if we can't maybe add just a little bit of depth in the overall eyeball. You can kind of zoom back out and just kind of see if that worked. If we go with this lighter color, we go maybe a little bit wider on the outside. And we come in with a little bit darker color for kind of that little shadow. Maybe something like that. Maybe even a little bit darker. Who knows? But yeah, so that could be kind of maybe a way that you could treat the eyes. That way they don't just look too overbearing white compared to the rest of it. Yep. And I think after that, the next step is going to be exporting it as a JPEG and turning it in. So I'll show you that in the next step.